Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride. Repetition, hearing it over and over again. And you'd heard it growing up too, from the time your dad got divorced. He was in scarcity trying to get out of that. And when it's just repeated like that, you had another paradigm, I've talked about it. You said bills half paid, right? Like you never paid bills in full. That was just the way Crumweedy did it, was to manage cash flow. We just pay a little bit of every bill. And even when you got some money, at that point, I remember talking about it, you had the money, but something inside of you said, don't pay it. It was that scarcity of, well, if I pay this now, what happens if another bill comes up and I don't have money to pay it, right?
Or what happens if stuff just stops? That was something I guess I always had in my head. Okay, what if no more income from that day forward? How long could I last? That was kind of the mentality I had. It was so toxic, and it's taken years to get out of that. And again, I think Mark, my dad, everyone helped pull me out of that. You guys, big time, helped pull me out of that horrible hole. I mean, it was like a grave. It was suffocating.
Mm.
But I don't. It's funny. I actually don't look at the bank accounts as much as I used to. It's actually becoming rarer and rarer that I do that. I have better and better people running the books here, better at it than I am. So I don't look at that at all. I'm just trying to make sure that revenue stays up, and I know Mark keeps sales moving. Same with his team. So it's really helped. So now Mark and I can work on the company better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything up to that point was really holding you back. And I remember, when you brought someone else in to do your numbers, all of a sudden you weren't able to look at it. I remember for a while too, you were like always double checking and triple checking things and getting in it. And when you kind of let go and said, okay, I've hired someone that can do this actually better than me. I need to trust them to do so I can focus on other things. I feel like that was a huge switch in your company. I feel like that's when a lot of things started to like the light bulb started to switch on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and even now, like again, I know we've had in our last few months some issues with our numbers, but again, I'm doing my best not to do it myself and dig in there because I know I probably could fix it if I dug in there, but I'm just trying to get the right people, like Tony Trippi out there helping me work on it, and then when I get the balance sheet fixed, then I'll let Brian Gottlieb beat it up for me a little bit, but um, it's definitely awesome to not have to stare at that stuff and focus on growth instead and not worry about, okay, this is going to cost this much money, because that's how I would act. Like even when we joined CCN.
Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.